It definitely seemed like to me that Andy Cohen was more so on Kenya's side than Portia's. You know, he kept saying he don't condone violence, he don't condone violence and all that. But you allowed this person to bring all these pop props. She had this horn, she had a scepter and all that stuff, and it was just like, really? Like, how much can a bitch take? She was literally like screaming in Portia's ear and also Cynthia's ear because she was sitting right. Cynthia was sitting right in between both Porsha and Kenya, and it was just like very weird. I was like, really, Andy? Like, why did you allow Porsha? Why did you allow Kenya to have all these props? You know, it was just it was much. But I did watch What Happens Live, and Cynthia was on there, and he basically said he wanted to apologize. He should have took the props away from Kenya, but he just thought since that's what Kenya does, because last season she brought a fan to the reunion and he just, didn't really pay that much attention. He didn't take it so seriously or whatever. But he should have known that this is a horn. It can literally like damage somebody's eardrums, whatever. Or Portia could have used that as an excuse. And yeah, like, child, that was ridiculous. And so, and of course, Nene and Phaedra and Kandi, they're like, oh, Kenya, you very wrong for what you did. You've been taunting this girl. You've been picking on this girl. You've been antagonizing her. You've been going in on Portia for no reason. And Portia has, she tries to get back with Kenya and stuff, but Kenya is just, she's an old pro at this. And she's just more seasoned than Portia is when it comes to reading and throwing shade and all that. And Kenya throws mad daggers and she hits below the belt and it hurts. And Portia had just had enough. So, Andy sent Portia home last episode, a part of reunion, and, that was it. And Kenya was like, well, it says in the law, if you feel like you're being threatened and all that, you should just walk away. If you feel like you're gonna hit somebody, just walk away and all that. I definitely see what Kenya is saying. And the Real Housewives of Atlanta, or the Real Housewives period, is not that kind of show where you condone violence or whatever, or violence is allowed and the person is still able to stay on the show. This is not like Love and Hip Hop, because on VH1 they just let the black folks do whatever they want to do on that show, and it's all good, and they come back next season, the next episode, like nothing ever happened. So I definitely understand where what Kenya was talking about. You don't put your hands on people, but Kenya, you have to be a fool to not have seen that coming, or to not expect that. Like, if somebody has some shit in your face constantly and putting you down and saying all these awful things about you all in your face, you ain't nothing, you a bitch, you this, you sorry ass, with the scepter and all that shit. Like, really? Are you really shocked that your ass got dragged? Really? Dragged, drugged across the line, darling, across that old nasty, that fresh carpet that was just swept or vacuumed. Your ass got dragged for the sun gods. Child, I'm glad that was your real hair. Because Porsha, she wanted that shit out. Bootz. It was really, really good, this part 2. Some would say it was even better than part 1. Some meaning me. I do think that this part 2 reunion was definitely better than the first part. Yes, indeed. Lord, I tell you, Mama Joyce, I don't know what Mama Joyce was on. Y'all, Mama Joyce was showing out. You hear me? She came out there in her whole nasty pink ensemble. She came out there twirling, but she looked good. Mama Joyce had lost 40 pounds. And they asked her how she lost that weight, and she was like, stress. And child, I guess she's stressed out about the whole Todd and Kandi thing. Mama Joyce, just let it go, with all due respect. Because I would never want to disrespect somebody's mama. Because I won't want nobody to disrespect mine. But Mama Joyce, child, please, boom, bam, stop it. What are you doing? Why are you doing? No, but you look great. Mama Joyce was snatched to the gods. Mama Joyce had a couple of shots of Patron. or some Miley's. So she popped some Miley something. Mama just was on something, and I heard Kandi had tweeted that her mama doesn't drink, and you don't have to be a drunk to drink. Maybe she just don't. Maybe she's just don't drink often, but she had something. Mama Joseph was really showing out. She was throwing shade left and right. She read Miss Cynthia. She was like, that's what Miss Cynthia said. She owed me an apology because she said that I get all my money from Candace, and I don't. I don't. I have bonds and stuff, and my house is paid for. 18 carats, motherfucker. Yes. And Cynthia was like, you know what, Mama Joyce, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I apologize, and I was misinformed. And yeah, you was, baby, but it's all right. She's going back and forth with Nene. Nene loves that shit because Nene don't really like Candace anyway. And Nene and Mama Joyce slapping hands, going back and forth, talking about, Mama Joyce saying that I'm sorry, Nene, but I definitely would have, twirled around that pole because apparently Nene was a stripper back in the day, and Mama Joyce was like, since they paying a lot, strippers, she definitely would have did what she had to do for her children. Nene and her agreed, and Mama Joyce is just really gloating and bragging a lot, and she was just on one. Like I said, like I don't know what the hell was going on with Mama Joyce. She was just straight tripping for the gods, but it was so entertaining. It was hilarious. Candace, get your mom off TV, please. But I cannot wait to this special where they have Candace special, her wedding special. Child, it's gonna be a mess. And I think Andy asked something like, have you had a meeting with Todd's mama, or have you talked to her or whatever? And Mama Joyce was like, she called me a bitch. But she ain't got nothing. She ain't got no money. And Candace just like, this is what you're gonna have to deal with, Candace. Like, I understand Candace's point of view, and that's the way that she's been dealing with her mama for so long, and people don't understand that. But Candace, what you need to understand is that's your mama, and that's y'all's relationship, and that's the way that she acts when she with you. And you accept that shit. Don't nobody else have to accept that kind of behavior from her. I don't think that's what you get. You want everybody to respect your mama, but she don't respect everybody. Why do you have to earn respect? If I give respect to everybody, I love everybody. But the minute I feel disrespected, or the minute I am disrespected, if you don't apologize, I'm pretty much through with you. Like Mariah say, shake it off. Okay, I'm done. Like, I'm not gonna keep trying and trying and trying. And Todd is a good person. Do I know if Todd is an opportunist or not? Whatever. No, I don't know. Don't nobody fucking know. But it's a chance that you take. Like the mama said in the play. Like who was playing Candace's aunt Nora in the play, in Candace's play. If it's gonna end, it's gonna end on this own. Okay, that sister was singing. Like you just gotta let your kids go. And honestly, Candace, I don't know what to tell you at this point. And obviously, you've been dealing with your mama. And this is the way that you've been dealing with your mama. And Todd is definitely in for a ride of his life. Good luck to Mr. Todd. God bless him. It's pretty much all I can say, because Lord have mercy. He definitely has a very interesting mother-in-law. Woo. Child, I could not. They didn't say much to Kenya, but she kept interjecting like she always does, always involved in shit that ain't got nothing to do with her. They go on to Candace and Phaedra and the whole Chuck thing, Chuck Smith, when they used to date Chuck, and they had that whole scene where Chuck was saying that he pretty much played them, and they was just on the team, and he was so popular that he can get any girl he wanted, and they was just some girls that he fucked back in the day or whatever. And you know, who cares? Nobody likes Chuck. Chuck is irrelevant at this point. And Phaedra read him in a very nice way, and so did Candace. So we're moving on. Cynthia versus Nene. Now this is pretty much the ending scene, the ending segment, and they started talking about their crumbling relationship. And Cynthia feels like she's definitely been very loyal to Lanithia, Bigfoot Nene. And Nene feels like, well, she's been loyal back to her. And they showed, all the different scenes from the season or whatever. And we found out that apparently Cynthia haven't talked to Nene in about like 3 weeks or so. And Nene's like, she just don't know what's going on. She just don't know what happened. Really, Nene, you straight publicly humiliated Cynthia and her husband by calling Cynthia's husband a bitch. And you apologize, but everybody knows that that was a half-ass apology. You don't give a fuck. Nene is a prime example of a black person who got money now, who didn't have it originally or didn't have that much of it, and now it done completely blown her head up to the point where she feels like she's better and above everything. And honestly, the way that she is treating Cynthia is really sad and really ridiculous. Even if you don't agree with what Cynthia's saying about you, or more importantly, how she feels about you, you still don't have to be a bitch about it. Nene was a bitch this entire reunion, from part 1 even. She's been sitting there and her hair had so nasty and so rude. So nasty and so rude. You are. You're very nasty and you're very rude. And what do you have on your hair? I'm not even gonna. Don't. Whatever. Nene was just being very, heartless, and Cynthia started crying, which is, what Cynthia does. Cynthia and Candace, they're criers, And she got emotional. She was like, she just felt like she was never respected and all that. And she felt like the love that I gave to Nene wasn't really reciprocated back, And Cynthia, all I can say is that I'm glad that you see it now. Everybody's been saying for the longest that you ain't been nothing but Nene's little ass kisser, Nene's puppet. And I'm glad that you finally see that Nene does not ride for you the same way that you ride for her. That's all. Nene is all about herself. Nene is the type of person where if you're not giving her praise, or if you're not stuck up under her constantly, if you're not doing something to benefit her, you're not worth her time. You ain't shit. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So it was just really sad to see the demise of their friendship. But Nene was saying that she was hurt about it and everything, but she's not gonna discuss it, because whenever it has something to do with Lanithia, Bigfoot Nene, she don't want to talk about it. Edit that out, darling. Edit. She don't want to talk about it. She don't want to discuss it because it ain't got nothing to do with nobody. And I didn't come here to talk about that and shit, bitch. This is the reunion. This is the time to set the record straight, to let everybody know all the tea, just to release all your feelings that you've had about everybody the whole season. And you talking about you want to hold it in, but you talk mad shit apparently about Cynthia through Twitter and on your blog, and even with the one-on-one session that you had with Andy, when you talked about Cynthia, like she's never been loyal, she's never been a friend to me. I agree with Nene on the fact that Cynthia was a little weak and at times, and she does let Peter do what she wanted to do. That's all true. And Peter was definitely acting like a bitch. At the end of the day, you should have treated your friend better. You should have respected her more. And you know how soft she is on the inside, and you sitting there writing all this stuff about her, saying that she needs to leave the show. And Nene is she done showed her black blonde ass, and she is an embarrassment to all black blondes around the world. Okay? And I'm just completely over it. Like, Nene really, really disappointed me this entire season and reunion. All I can say is that Cynthia, you are better off without Lenithia, clearly, because she don't give a fuck about you, and I'm just finally glad, and the world is glad that you are finally sticking up for yourself. That was pretty much the reunion part two. It was pretty good. It was definitely good and juicy. Yes, God. Um, Next week I will be out of town, so I don't know if I'm gonna review part three of this reunion special, but as far as that Sunday night when I usually get the videos uploaded and everything, so I'm probably gonna have to do that afterwards. Let me take this off. Yes, God. Come on, black blonde. It's very like coordinating, right? It's going together with the black blonde and the black and then the purple. He's bad. He is. So I will probably do a review of this later after Sunday, because I get home about like Monday or Tuesday. So I'll have to watch it and then review it, whatever. Anyway, I am Mr. Chalaki. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I love you to pieces, darling. We love you. Yes, we do, darling. I am at It's King's World on Twitter, and I am Chase King was here on Facebook. Yes, I am. God damn it. On Google Plus, I am Mr. Chalaki. Follow me on everything and be my friend and all that good stuff. Like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe to my channel. Again, I am Mr. Chalaki. Thank you so much. This reunion was very good. It was very entertaining. Like I said, it's very sad about the whole Nene and Cynthia thing. But Cynthia, you'll be fine in the long run. Just what doesn't kill you make you stronger, and that's definitely true. And this is just honestly going to make you stronger, and it's going to make you more aware of how people are, and just not to be so open to people and follow people, if I should say that. All right, well, that was it. I love y'all, and thanks for watching. Bye. Chase King out.